하나, 둘, 셋, 마이크 테스트. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 하나, 둘, 셋. 제29회 WBSC 기장 세계 청소년 야구 선수권 대회 7일차에 미국 기장 현대차 드림볼파크를 찾아주신 여러분을 환영하며 감사의 말씀드립니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome and thank you for attending today's game at Ballpark in Gijang City for the WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup 2019.
관중 여러분, 제29회 WBSC 기장 세계 청소년 야구 선수권 대회 대만과 한국 경기를 시작하겠습니다.
Today's competition features from Chinese Taipei versus Republic of Korea will be started.
먼저 대만 선수단입니다.
Introducing today's lineup. First, the visiting team, Chinese Taipei.
감독 최준치,
Manager Cho Jun-ji.
코치 첸친치앙,
Coach Chen Xin-chiang.
코치 황유룬,
Coach Hwang Yu-run.
코치 티엔치아민,
Coach Tian Chia-min.
일본 타자 호행유,
Batting first, Ho Heng-yu.
이번 타자 첸충최,
Batting second, Chen Chung-cheng.
3번 타자 로효일지에,
Batting third, Ro Wei-chien.
4번 타자 리하우유,
Batting fourth, Lee Hao-yu.
5번 타자 린지하오,
Batting fifth, Lin Ji-hao.
6번 타자 린첸슈,
Batting sixth, Lin Chen-shu.
7번 타자 왕춘호,
Batting seventh, Wang Shun-ho.
8번 타자 유엔첸화,
Batting eighth, Yue Chen-hua. the Republic of Korea, today's home team.
감독 이성열,
Manager 이성열,
코치 안병원,
Coach 안병원,
코치 석수철,
Coach 석수철,
코치 손경호,
Coach 송경호,
일본 타자 이주형,
Batting fourth 이주형,
일본 타자 김지찬,
Batting second 김지찬,
3번 타자 남지민,
Batting third 남지민,
4번 타자 장재영,
Batting fourth 장재영,
5번 타자 박주홍,
Batting fifth 곽주홍,
6번 타자 신준우,
Batting sixth 신준우,
7번 타자 박민,
Batting seventh 박민,
8번 타자 강현우,
Batting eighth 강현우,
9번 타자 박시원,
Batting ninth 박시원,
투수 허윤동,
Today's starting pitcher 허윤동,
그 외 예비 선수들입니다.
and the rest of team the Republic of Korea.
다음은 본 경기를 진행할 심판 임원을 소개해드리겠습니다. 주심 멕시코의 에린 잠블라노, 일루신 이탈리아의 시모네 메스코치, 이루신 호주의 젠스 슐즈, W신 캐나다의 스티븐 고, 이상 네 분께서 소개해주시겠습니다.
Today's umpires are home plate Mr. Erin Zambrano from Mexico, first base Mr. Simone Manicucci from Italia, second base Mr. James Schurz from Australia, third base Mr. Stephen Gong from Canada.
대만과 한국의 국가가 연주되겠습니다. 양팀 선수 및 관중 여러분께서는 모자를 벗고 기립하여 국기를 향하여 주시기 바랍니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your caps as we play the anthem of Chinese Taipei and Republic of Korea.
먼저 대만 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
First, the visiting team, Chinese Taipei.
이어서 한국 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
And then the home team, the Republic of Korea.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark and day number 1 of the Super Round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup as we are set to go in a matchup of regional baseball powers as Chinese Taipei squares off with the Republic of Korea. Hi everybody, my name is Tyler Mon. Great to have you alongside for this one. We finally have some blue skies overhead, which has been a rarity throughout this tournament, but the sun is shining. We are back on the main field at this complex at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark, which is a very pleasant surprise. We were actually not sure if we were going to be able to use this field for the rest of the tournament because of how much water it had taken on, but we're ready to go here for Chinese Taipei and Korea. Chinese Taipei coming out of Group B, Korea out of Group A. My name is Tyler Mon as these two squads get set to roll for the first of 3 Super Round Day matchups. And Sung-Rul Lee, the manager of the Republic of Korea squad out there, he and his team from the third base dugout. On the other side, Chinese Taipei with Sung-Chi Chow, their skipper, sending out this starting 9. Heng Yu-Ho is the first baseman and leadoff man for Chinese Taipei. He'll get things started out of the top spot in the order. Then it's Sung-Chae Cheng, Wee-Chae Lo, and Hao-Yu Lee. Su-Hao Lin is a designated hitter batting 5th. Catcher Chen Shun Lin is in the 6th spot. Shun-Ho Wong, the third baseman, will bat 7th. Cheng Hua Yue, center fielder, hits in the 8th spot. And Cheng Hua Lin, the right fielder, will round things out.
Second baseman Kim Ji-Chan, third baseman Shin Jun.
There is the manager of Chinese Taipei, Sung-Chi Chow. He and his team coming out of Group B, and the final standings for the opening round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. We will get you all of the explanations as to how the standings shake out coming into the Super Round. You see the defensive alignment: Park, and Lee, left, center, and right. Shin, Park, Kim, and Jong, third to first on the infield. Gong behind the plate, and the young left-handed pitching prospect, the Samsung Lions draft selection, Yundong Ho, will get the thing started for Korea as kind of a lengthy plate meeting, actually, as the two managers get things all squared away with our umpiring crew. There is the manager of the host nation, Sung-Rul Lee. He and his team making it through in a crowd that comes out of the Super Round, or comes out of the opening round, I should say, with, I don't want to say a mixed bag of results, but certainly there is a lot more parity in this tournament than we had 2 years ago, when it looked as though nobody could knock off the United States. This time around, the top team coming into the Super Round is Australia, which comes in at 2-0. Australia getting set to go against the United States over on field number 2. You got to look at our 4-man umpiring crew. Erwin Zambrano behind the plate from Mexico. Simone Menacucci on your screen right now. He's from Italy at first base. James Shields from Australia is at second, and Stephen Gomes from Canada is over at third. One of the nicest dudes in all of baseball, internationally and otherwise. So Australia coming into the Super Round at 2-0. Japan, Korea, Chinese Taipei, and the United States all 1-1. And Canada enters this evening's matchup, a big one with Japan, at 0-2. Canada basically needs to win out in order to ensure a place in a medal game, the bronze medal matchup or the World Championship final coming up on Sunday. But Australia comes in a 3-2 overall record in the opening round. But remember, the only games that carry over to the Super Round standings are the games played against fellow Super Round teams. So Australia knocked off Korea on the second day of the tournament, and Canada yesterday in a thriller, a 7-6 victory, which put this Australian team at the top of the Super Round standings coming into this first day of Super Round play. And we're just about ready to go as Ho Heng Yu will step into the batter's box. A couple minutes past midday here in Gijang-Gun in the Republic of Korea. And the first pitch from the left-hander Yundong Ho, the Samsung Lions prospect, is there for a called strike. And we are underway at 12:02 in the afternoon here on what is a beautiful, beautiful Thursday in the Republic of Korea. Not really sure what to expect as of Today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday for weather. Big cut and miss there on 0-1, and the count is 0-2 on the leadoff man, Heng-Yu Ho. But looks as though with some weather in the region, we are at least, as of right now, getting something decent to go with. Heng-Yu Ho out of this leadoff spot for Chinese Taipei. 7 for 18 in the early going in the tournament. And I'll square this one back to the screen. 1 double of his 7 hits, an RBI, 4 runs scored. 1 walk. He's also been hit by a pitch once in the tournament, a strikeout. And Ho out of the leadoff spot trying to get Chinese Taipei off on the right foot here in the top of the first inning. 0-2 pitch on the way. Just off of the outside corner when Zambrano didn't pull the arm to make the punch out call, so a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Heng-Yu Ho. One-two on the way from the lefty. Tried to bury a breaking pitch and get Ho to chase, and the count will go even on him. So finally, a banner weather day, our first really since the first couple of days of the tournament last Friday and Saturday. And there's a couple of typhoons in the region headed in the seas, the oceans around the Korean Peninsula. 2-2, great at bat here from the leadoff man, Heng-Yu Ho. But it looks, as of right now, like those 2 storm systems may skirt the peninsula and maybe, in addition to sparing, hopefully, some rain from this area, might kind of suck away some of the other weather systems that have been around here. As this one shot on a hop out to third. No trouble there for Jung Woo Shin, who's thrown to first. Will retire Heng-Yu Ho, 1 up, 1 down on a good at-bat to get things started for Chinese Taipei. And that'll bring up Sun-Chae Chang, the shortstop.
Now hitting number 42, shortstop Chang Chung-Chae.
So Chang, the shortstop, 3 for 17 in the tournament. That's a 176 average. It's actually the only times that Chang has reached. He has no walks, hasn't been hit by a pitch, an OPS of a paltry 411 to this point, but a really talented guy that Chinese Taipei still likes in that 2 spot in the order. Chang is a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates organization in Major League Baseball in the United States. He actually just signed last month with the Pirates. For close to $400,000 American. 1-1 pitch, nice fastball grooved in there at 135K. Yamwoo Gong behind the plate. He is a really impressive defensive catching prospect on this Korea side. 1-2, waved at and missed. Sun-Chae Chang goes down. He is the first strikeout victim of the ball game. And 2 out, bases empty for Wei-Chi Lo, the left fielder.
Now hitting number 23, left fielder Lo Wei-Chi.
So 2 outs. Wei-Chi Lo out of the 3 spot today and out there in left field. Goes after the first pitch. Not going to be playable, third base side. 0-1. Low through the tournament's opening round, 5 for 12, a 417 batting average. He's got an OPS of 1333, a 500 on-base percentage, and 833 slugging percentage. Because of those 5 hits, he had a double and 2 triples. Those 2 triples came in the same game for Chinese Taipei. That was a 15-0 win over South Africa back on Tuesday, as this ball is cranked foul late on a pitch from the left-hander. One thing to really appreciate about this southpaw Yundong Ho, he is just going to throw a lot of strikes. He's a guy who fills up the zone, can mix all of his pitches. Probably won't blow you away. He's not going to be overpowering with his stuff, but knows how to pitch. 0-2, he stays high. finally a beautiful day weather-wise. It has been touch and go for a little bit of time here over the last 5 days or so. Of course, we had some rainouts back on. They called strike 3, Wei-Chi low, frozen on a fastball above the belt. And 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts in the top of the first inning for Yundong-Hyo. We head to the bottom of 1. Chinese Taipei scoreless, and Korea coming up on day 1 of the super round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. Bottom of the first inning at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark, field number 1. We are back on the main field for the first day of the super round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup, and the host nation Korea, one of 4 1-1 teams entering the super round, going against Chinese Taipei today. 3 up, 3 down for Chinese Taipei in the top of the first, and here is the lineup for the Republic of Korea as announced by Sung-Rul Lee, the manager. Ju Young-Lee leading things off, the right fielder, then Ji-Chan Kim, Jimin Nam, the DH, Jae Young-jong, the first baseman. Really impressive first baseman and pitching prospect for this Korea team. Ju-Hong Park is in left field batting 5th. Jun-Woo Shin, the third baseman, bats 6th. Min Park, the shortstop in the 7-hole. Hyun-Woo Gong, that really fun catching talent behind the plate, he bats 8th. And the center fielder, Si-Won Park, rounds out the order for the Republic of Korea. Defensively for Chinese Taipei, it's Lo Yue and Lin, left, center, and right. Wong, Chang, Lee, and Ho, third to first on the infield, and Lin behind the plate to receive the throws from a really electric young talent, Po Yu Chen, who kicks and comes home with the first offering of his day and pours in a fastball for a called strike 1 to Ju Hyung Lee. One appearance so far in this tournament for probably the best pitching prospect on this Chinese Taipei squad. Swinging a flare to shallow center. Yue coming on. Get there to make the grab. On day 1 of the tournament, Po Yu Chen with the start against Panama to get this competition underway for Chinese Taipei. And in that start, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. But Chen is really just a very complete pitching prospect. He may not have the highest ceiling, that designation probably belongs to Chen Shun Lee, the towering right-hander who can reach the mid-90s with his fastball velocity. But Po Yu Chen, a lot of prospect evaluators feel like he is just the better overall talent right now, the more complete pitcher. One pitch on the way, and Kim fooled by the breaking ball. That's a great pitch by Po Yu Chen, and he had Kim way out in front of it. Up and away on 1 and 2. Outfield is positioned quite fascinatingly for Ji-Chan Kim. Left fielder Wei-Che Lo is basically playing in his normal spot and his normal depth. Changhua Yue is extremely shallow in center field as, man, Kim with the definition of an excuse me swing. And too quickly dispatched by the right-hander Po Yu Chen. And that brings up Jimin Nam. So this game one of 3 super round games today. Good breaking ball in. First pitch, the third hole hitting DH Nam, 0-1. United States and Australia already squaring off on field number 2. Another good breaker for a called strike. That game scoreless in the top of the second inning. Coming up 6 o'clock tonight, Canada in a must-win situation taking on Japan. 3 consolation round games today as well. Nicaragua leading South Africa 11-1. That game, the early start. And just off the plate, actually that game going final a short time ago. China and Spain, they'll square off at 4 o'clock over on field number 3, and at field number 2 at 6 o'clock, Panama and the Netherlands. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Chen wanted that call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander rocks and fires on 2-2. Breaking ball banged out to third. Easy play over to first for Jono Wong, and that retires the side. Each going 3 up, 3 down, and we move into the second. Chinese Taipei and Korea scoreless after 1 in Gijang.
쇼핑 중. 이웃 어때? 너한테 완전 딱이다. 완전. 미키, 우리 공연해? 공연하면서 방송 중. 놀라운 5G의 시작. 듀얼로 제대로 즐기다. LG V50. Thank you.
At the top of the second
inning of the middle third of the order for Chinese Taipei against Korea here on day number 1 of the super round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup back at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark on the main field for the first time in a few days as the rains have abated and moved out, at least for the time being. And the first offering cut on and missed by the really promising young infield talent, Hao-Yu Lee. Lee swings and shoots this one in the air to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. First knock of the game on either side as it falls in front of Ju-Young Lee. And a leadoff single kicks things off for Chinese Taipei in the second. Hao-Yu Lee coming into the day today really has not been that impressive with his bat as of yet. Now, one thing to keep in mind about that, he is still a very young talent on this roster. Hao-Yu Lee just turned 16 earlier this year. This bunt is actually going to get over the head of Junwoo Shin at third, and Soo-Al Lin with a strange little bunt single. It's first and second, nobody out. That is exactly what you're trying not to do with a bunt. And yet, with the third baseman, Junwoo Shin, playing in, anticipating that bunt, too far in, and it's over his head. You could see Soo-Al Lin out of the box. He stopped. Didn't even start going up the line. So a good start to this inning for Chinese Taipei. First and second for the 6-hole hitter Chen Shun-Lin, the catcher. Lin's going to try to move him over, it looks like, as well. Jono Wong, we'll see how he plays it. Obviously, a much different situation for a third baseman with a runner at second. Bunt popped up again, 1 out. Oh my goodness, that was close. Hyunwoo Gong caught that, but didn't feel it in his glove, and kind of flung the mitt out and started looking around as though that baseball had escaped his grasp.
Number 13.
See if we get a look at this.
Wang Shunho.
Oh. But able to make the play and hang on to bring up Shunho Wong. I played baseball as a young and untalented high schooler back in the day. I always used to love the runner at second bunt situation because I was a third baseman and it meant that I didn't have to move. Our bunt defense was called Horns 3, and I got to stay at the third base bag in order to try to get the play on the lead runner. And that was great. Anytime I didn't have to move, it was a much better option for all of us. Ball and no strikes on Shunho Wong. Third baseman out of the 7th spot in the order. Wong, limited action to this point, is now the throw, bounces away, a little pick attempt at second base, and the bunt's unnecessary. It's second and third with 1 out on the error. I don't know what happened there. We're kind of obscured by one of the big posts that holds the screen behind the plate. Can't see the backside of the mound that well. Just spike this ball, yeah. Baseball a little too sticky on a humid day. And Yundong Ho with a tough jam now. Here in the top of the 2nd inning. Leadoff single to right, bunt single over the head of the third baseman, Junwoo Shin. Then a pop out on an attempted sacrifice bunt. And now the error, putting 2 men in scoring position for Wong. Wong just 8 at bats so far in the tournament. He's 2 for his first 8, does have a double, but in search of his first run batted in, and he swings and crushes a ball to left center field. Racing back, Siwon Park, warning track, and that will get all the way onto the track, and it'll plate 2. Steaming around second base, digging for third, and sliding in safely with a 2-run triple. Shunho Wong's got Chinese Taipei on the board in the 2nd. That ball hammered to left center field.
Now hitting number 38.
And just dying out there on the warning track. That's almost worse in the case of a defensive player. Look at that emotion from Shunho Wong, starting his team's offensive charge with a 2-run extra base hit. First 2 RBI of the tournament for Wong. And here's Jinghua Flynn. Left-handed bat in to face the southpaw Hyo. This is a tough inning for Yundong Hyo. That is going to clank off of the runner Wong in foul territory. Hopefully he's all right. That looked like it got him somewhere on the left arm. Got that swing and miss, and Gong trying to get back behind him and in off of that left biceps, I think. Might have been the elbow, but Wong appears all right down at third. No balls and a strike. Wei takes strike 2. Jinghua Flynn, drafted by the China Trust Brothers in the first round of the 2019 Chinese Professional Baseball League draft. Flynn in there waiting for a 1-2 pitch on the way to him. And this ball's torched out to left center field. That'll split the alleyway as well. It's cut off out there by Jinghua Park. It will hold UA to a single, but he drives home Wong, and it's a 3-0 lead for Chinese Taipei. That's a great job by Jinghua Park to get to that ball in left center. And we've got a visit to the pitcher's mound from Sung-Rul Lee, the Korea manager. Park, a good jump on that ball, and honestly, had Jinghua Park not gotten there, Siwon Park, the center fielder, was there. But the only thing it does for Korea is it limits the run-scoring base hit to a single, and the inning continues with still just 1 out here for Chinese Taipei.
Now hitting number 9, right fielder Min Jinghua.
So that brings us the 9-hole hitter, Jinghua Flynn, out in right field today. Lin, 17 years old, from Taitung Physical Education High School. He is one of 3 members of this roster from that school. Chen Shu, 17-year-old right-handed pitcher, and Cheng Hao Chong, an 18-year-old catcher on this Chinese Taipei squad. No balls and a strike. Kyo nearing 30 pitches now here in the second. In the air, down the left field line. Giving chase is Jinghua Park, and at the screen, we'll have to watch that hit off the light tower. Oh, and 2 on Lin. This ball left side, that's down for a base hit. Everything has gone that way for Chinese Taipei, with the exception of the first couple of singles in this inning. Now 3 straight hits that direction. Yue into second base. This is a very inside-out approach for these left-handed hitters right now. And it's first and second, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order, and the 7th man to bat in this inning, Hang Yo-Hu. Talked about the kind of tradition that has formed in baseball over the last couple of decades of teams having an action when they get on base. Nicaragua, we saw earlier in the tournament, was doing a motion that the San Diego Padres popularized this year in baseball, which is kind of a chopping motion, which is something that the Padres adopted from the Dominican Winter League. I believe it was Fernando Tatis Jr. who brought that along, but it's supposed to mimic the cutting of sugar cane in the Dominican Republic. I always remember the Texas Rangers from their World Series year of 2011 had the claw antlers, where they put up kind of claw hands on the sides of the helmet after big hits. And Chinese Taipei has got its own thing this year. Nicaragua's got a thing this year. United States, I believe, as well. 1-1. Bouncing ball back to the mound. To third for 1 and getting the lead runner. That's a smart play by Ho. Aware of the situation. 1-5 goes the put out, and Yu-Ho will reach on the fielder's choice. Lin to second.
Now hitting number 42.
And with 2 gone,
Cheng Chung-Che.
brings up Sung-Chae Chang. He is ready to go for that pro career. You see the Pirates eye black stickers. Said it was last month when Chang signed with Pittsburgh. It was actually back in July, but a pretty hefty signing bonus, nearing $400,000 American. And the 18-year-old Pumen High School shortstop finds himself in an 0-1 count. not going to bunt on 0-1 in this spot. Takes it back and takes ball 1. The philosophies in this tournament are always so fascinating to see. Guys who will show bunt in a spot that seems plainly obvious to not be a bunt situation. Although Chinese Taipei already with a bunt single in this inning, guys can certainly bunt for hits. So one that got this inning kind of on its legs was definitely not an intended bunt for a base hit, with Jinghua Flynn trying to give himself up on a sacrifice and actually popping a bunt over a drawn-in Junwoo Shin at third. That pitch backing Cheng off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. And another good crowd here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark on the main stadium as Hyundai just trying anything to get out of this inning. 35 pitches now in total today. And right on our scouting report, he's thrown 25 of now 36 in the strike zone. Trying to end things here on a full count offering to Cheng. Lefty set, 3-2. Ball 4, they are loaded up in the second. So Jinghua Flynn at third base, Heng Yu Ho at second, and now Tsung Cheng at first. And this laborious second inning continues for Hyundong Hyo, who's going to have to see his 9th batter of the inning. From the stretch, first offering on the way. Big cut and miss from Wei-Chi Lo. Lo, a really good start offensively to the tournament. 5 for his first 12. A double and 2 triples coming into the day today. Does have a strikeout today in his first trip to the plate. No balls, 1 strike, 2 gone. Finds himself in an 0-2 hole. This beautiful little gem of a stadium in the southeastern part of the Korean Peninsula. Finally back and playable after a few days of pretty steady rain and humidity and moisture. Humidity certainly hasn't gone away, I'll tell you that. 0-2 swung on and missed, and the strikeout will end things here in the second inning. Wei-Chi Lo has struck out twice today, but Chinese Taipei breaks out 3 across in the inning, and we go to the bottom of 2. Chinese Taipei 3 and Korea nothing.
At the bottom of the second inning, now hitting number 21,
Hyundong Hyo retired Chinese Taipei's lineup in order for the first time, or retired the first side he saw in order. First 3 hitters in that lineup back in the first inning, and then gave up 3 runs and saw the lineup all the way through in the second inning. Po Yu Chen trying to fare a little better, and his first pitch of the bottom of the second certainly is. He gets a leadoff out on that flare first base side. Jae Young Jong doesn't last long in the batter's box.
Now hitting
Yu-Ho,
number 17,
one to make the
left
grab
fielder,
on it.
Junho.
And with one out, Juhong Park steps into the box. Day number 1 of the Super Round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. My name is Tyler Mon. This matchup, regional pairing coming out of Group A. The host nation, the Republic of Korea, squaring off with a Group B finisher in the top 3, Chinese Taipei. Group B actually did not really have a clear-cut winner at all. Japan beat the United States beat Chinese Taipei beat Japan. So 3 1-1 teams, all with round-robin qualifications. Now, based on the formula, they are seeded with Japan as the number 2 team, Chinese Taipei, in the overall standings, I should say. Japan number 2, Chinese Taipei number 4, and the United States number 5. But anything can happen getting into the Super Round, as the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Juhong Park. Just below the knees. Juhong Park in left field today. First few days of the tournament, 5 for his first 13, and Colin 5 for 14. He is rung up on a fastball at the knees. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Po Yu Chen.
Now hitting number 8, third baseman Shin Jun-woo.
Thought that pitch was outside, did Juhong Park, but Jun-woo Shin steps in trying to bunt for a base hit. No balls and a strike on him. Shin 3 for 15, no extra base hits so far. Foul bunt right into the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 shot foul. Two on the way. Po Yu Chen working here against the 6-hole hitter in this Korea lineup. He has retired the first 5 batters he has faced. Nothing has left the infield since the leadoff man Joo-hyung Lee on a shallow fly out to center. This ball laced to left center and down for a base hit. Korea's got its first knock, its first base runner now losing his footing. Wei Chi-lo kicks it, and the throw is not going to be in time to get Shin at second. So that'll go as a single and an error that allows Shin to take second base. And with 2 outs, Korea's got a man in scoring position trying to mount a rally in the second inning.
Now hitting number 7, shortstop Park Min.
2 outs. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike to Min Park, the shortstop. Park, a really good start to this tournament offensively. 7 for 19, 368 batting average, and an 850 OPS with a double among those 7 hits. Chen with a set and a check. Moves that fastball right by the right-handed bat of Min Park. That pitch at 146 kilometers per hour. That's just under 91 miles per hour. No balls, 2 strikes. Chen kicks and comes home. That ball shot to right field, and that's down for a base hit. Jinghua Flynn was positioned well, and he'll get it into the infield in time to hold Junwoo Shin at third. But back-to-back singles now with 2 outs. And Korea runners at the corners. Visit to the mound from the manager of this Chinese Taipei staff, Chi-Sung Chow. It's one thing that's interesting about Chinese Taipei and Korea. Generally, when there's going to be a mound meeting, it's not the same style as some of the other rosters in this tournament, in which a pitching coach will go out for kind of the input session and the manager will go out to make the move if he's going to a reliever. Instead, the managers generally go out for all of it. First pitch on the way to the backstop, Hyunwoo Gong. Swung on and missed. Our home plate umpire, Erwin Zambrano, is trying to tell Siwon Park that he's got to have a helmet on in the on-deck circle, and now he'll finally pick it up and put it on. With a right-handed hitter at the plate, not quite as scary for Siwon Park, but was keeping an eye on, thinking, man, can you please get something on over there so a foul ball doesn't come that direction? But he is behind the right-handed hitting catcher, Hyunwoo Gong. So Junwoo Shin is at third base, went there on a single and an error charge to the left fielder Wei-Chi Lo. At second base, or at first base rather, is Min Park. It was the single error and then Park's single that put Shin over at third. And Gong trying to get his team onto the board here in the bottom of the second inning. That's a good block back there by Chen Shun-Lin, who got just enough of it to keep it close and prevent Park from advancing. 1-1 bounce foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Hyunwoo Gong frustrated with himself for chasing what would have been ball 2, and he has gone on strikes to end a Korea rally attempt here in the second. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on. We go to the third. Chinese Taipei 3 and Korea nothing.
후 선수 교체 있겠습니다. 투수 이민호.
Now pitching for Team Republic of Korea, pitcher number 16, Lee Min-ho.
초 대면 공격 4번 타자 이루수 리하우유.
At the top of the third inning, number 6.
Already a
second
surprise
baseman,
move to the
Lee
bullpen
Hao-yoo.
for the Republic of Korea as we go to the top of the third inning. New arm into the game for Korea is the right-hander Min-ho Lee. So the day is already done for Yun-dong-ho, who struggles through a problematic top of the second inning, gave up 3 runs in that inning, and crept toward 40 pitches as the first pitch after that called strike to the cleanup hitter Hao-Yu Lee, who got things started last inning, spoiled foul. So the final line in this game on Yun-dong-hyo is 2 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts, and he departs after throwing 40 pitches. And it brings in Min-ho Lee for his second appearance of the tournament, first out of the bullpen. Lee pitched back in the opening round in Korea's game on Tuesday night against Nicaragua, and actually a rain-shortened no-hitter in that game for Korea, as this was fouled off of Hyun-woo Gong behind the plate. That was a 9-0 win in 5.5 innings for Korea. Actually, really, I think after the 5th was when that game officially went into a delay. And Min-ho Lee pitched 5 terrific innings in that game. No hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts and a walk. Only needed 61 pitches to go through those 5 innings and threw 40 of them for strikes. So, Sung-Woo Lee, hoping that his relief corps will be able to get him through some scoreless time and provide the offense some time to climb back into this one. Check swing, and the second baseman Hao-Yu Lee did not go around, according to Simone Menacucci, our first base umpire. Two-two pitch. Off the plate inside. That was quite obviously where Korea wanted that, but you can see just the slightest frame job by Hyun-woo Gong behind the plate. Three-two on the way for Min-ho Lee. Bash to left, down for a base hit. Leadoff single again for Hao-Yu Lee, another battle.
Now
Lee aboard for the second straight inning to get things started. So that'll bring up Soo-Hao Lin, who was trying to give himself up on a sacrifice bunt after Hao-Yu Lee's leadoff single last inning. Jun Woo-shin, the third baseman for Korea, was drawn so far in that what's really a pretty poor bunt off of the bat of Soo-Hao Lin popped high up into the air. Actually got over Jun Woo-shin, dunked down behind him, and turned into a bunt single. they are in the 4th inning over on field number 2. That is close at first. That time, Lee just able to get the hand back in. Actually headed to the 5th inning in that game, and a scoreless battle right now between Australia and the United States. The Aussies coming out of opening round play with a 2-0 super round record. The United States, one of 4 teams at 1-1, including these two. Another check over at first, really trying to just tire out Hao-Yu Lee out of the cleanup spot. And on base, a guy who runs pretty well, but also hits a lot of pop. He is a dynamic talent to be able to have in the middle of the order. Away. Min-Ho Lee, another pretty highly touted pitching prospect on this roster for Korea. He's probably all around the best overall pitcher on this roster. First round draft selection by the LG Twins this year was Min-Ho Lee. Fastball in the low 90s and a really good hard slider as well for this right-hander. Runner bluffs from first, and now they got him hung up. The 2-1 pitch out results in ball 3, but Hao-Yu Lee caught in the exact spot where Korea was trying to get him. And he is caught off of first base. 1-3-4, I believe, goes at put out. So it'll go 1-3-6 with the shortstop, Min Park, the one to make that tag. 3-1 on the way. And ball 4 would have put him at second base. So Lynn's aboard for the 2nd time today, just like Lee was in front of him.
Now hitting number 26, catcher Lin Chen-shun.
One out now for Chen-Shun Lin. Slow inning for Min-Ho Lee, who has thrown 13 pitches, 7 of them out of the zone. Seen a couple of base runners. We are almost an hour into this game and still haven't progressed past 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Min-Ho Lee trying to find his rhythm. Another pitch out on the first pitch to Chen-Shun Lin. The count even against him. One on the way from Lee. Laced into the screen first base side. Chen-Shun Lin, this catcher, 17 years old from Gubao High School. He and Wei-Chi Lo have gotten the lion's share of catching duties for this Chinese Taipei team. Low is out in left field today. This ball swatted in the air to right. Starting in, now going back. Lee makes the grab. Gijang Lee with a good adjustment. And 2 gone. It sends Su-Hao Lin scrambling back to first. You can see that cloud, the shadow, Gijang Lee looking up into the
13, third baseman Wang Shunho.
shade while having really started his pursuit of that ball in the sunlight. Might have played a trick on him, trying to chase down a liner off the bat of Chen Shun Lin, but with 2 outs, it brings up Shunho Wong. Wong got Chinese Taipei onto the board last inning with a triple to left center. In the air right side, and this will slip out of play. Very mindful of these base runners in this inning. Min-Ho Lee has had about a dozen throws over to first, another one now. Su-Hao Lin, the designated hitter out of the 5 spot, who walked 2 batters ago. Jono Wong with that triple in the top half of the 2nd inning. That was his first extra base hit of the tournament. Or check that, 2nd extra base hit of the tournament, but first triple of the tournament. It was also his first run scoring base hit. He had 2 driven in on that knock. He finds himself down in a 1-2 hole now. Min-Ho Lee trying to finish off a lengthy top of the 3rd in which nobody has moved past first base. 1-2 pitch. Flipped it out to right. Gijang Lee is there, he's got it, and back-to-back flyouts to right field to end things here in the top of the 3rd. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Chinese Taipei with a 3-0 lead over Korea. Not a real lengthy day for Korea starter Yoon Dong-hyo, who was lifted after 2 innings of work, but Min-Ho Lee comes on and retires the side, allowing a couple of base runners in the top of the 3rd. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Po Yu Chen has put up a couple of zeros on the scoreboard so far, dealt with traffic thanks to 2 hits last inning, but no trouble for the right-handed starter. And first offering is there for a strike to the 9-hole hitter and center fielder Siwon Park. Park then back to the top of the order in Gijang Lee. Ji-Chen Kim, the right fielder, will bat 3rd in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Fastball that is just above the belt. Siwon Park thought that was a strike call. He threw his head back. But that was just an emphatically loud ball call, I think, from Erwin Zambrano. He never pumped his fist, so it's a 2-1 count. And Park spinning around as that pitch is there. Maybe Park just feels like he should have been swinging at these couple of pitches. The second ball of this at bat was about belt high and right there. 2-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to the first batter into the box here in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Korea. 3-2. They're still scoreless in the bottom of the 5th inning over on field number 2. Australia and the United States, 7 combined hits in that game, 4 for the Americans, but nothing across in the run column. And Siwon Park works a real nice at bat to get things started here in the bottom of the 3rd for Korea. He's aboard with a leadoff walk.
Now hitting number 2, right fielder Lee Ju-hyun.
So we go back to the top of the order, and Ju-hyun Lee. Lee flew out to center field on a shallow fly back in the bottom of the 1st inning for Korea. Getting the signs from Soo-Chul Sok, who is the 3rd base coach for this host nation squad. 1-0 on the way to Lee. Jinghua Flynn really keeping an eye on Siwon Park, who has terrific speed over at first base. The center fielder batting out of the last spot in the order, and visit to the mound with Heng-Yu Ho coming in a little bit from first base to have a brief word as well with Po-Yu Chen. Right-hander set, hitters count. Certainly knowing that every run is going to be important, it could be decisive in these games, man. These pitching staffs are not letting runners get comfortable at all over on that first base bag. Ju-hyun Lee, 8 for his first 18 coming into this afternoon's matchup. That was a .454 average, .583 on base percentage, .500 slugging percentage, a .1083 OPS. You can see behind him in the crowd, there is a substantial scouting population here at the 2019 U-18 Baseball World Cup. Gentleman behind Ju-hyun Lee in that shot of the batter's box with the Cincinnati Reds polo on. Guy next to him with a Toronto Blue Jays polo on. I've seen a lot of teams here from Major League Baseball in the United States, and obviously a lot from Nippon Professional Baseball in Japan, and Korea Baseball Organization here in the Republic of Korea, Chinese Professional Baseball League as well. As Chen is into the count on that fastball, 2-1. But a lot of scouts here at this competition. 2-1 to third and off of the glove of Wong. It deflects right to the shortstop, Chang. He's not going to have a play. First and second now, with nobody out to get things started in the bottom of the 3rd for Korea. It's a good effort over there at third. Jono Wong was drawn in, but Siwon Park moving so well. Flying into second easily. And Lee now right behind him at first base. The batter is Ji-Chang Kim. Second baseman out of the 2 spots, struck out swinging in his first trip. And the best hitter in the tournament so far for Korea. Bunt is down. Chen fumbles it, and he's not gonna have the play at first, or will he? Might have beaten him by just a step as Ji-Chang Kim is called out. Park will move to third base, Lee to second, and the sacrifice bunt, if it goes that way, gets the job done. Kim already walking off the field. Ji-Chang Kim runs so well.
Now hitting number 18, designated
And
hitter,
yeah, it looks like just,
Nam Ji-min.
ooh. Korea is not gonna ask to look at this, and I find that very surprising because that is a clearly safe base runner over at first. This is a big missed opportunity for Korea here in the bottom of the third inning. That's bases loaded, nobody out that you're giving up by not challenging that call. Wow, that is extraordinarily surprising. And now Nam, bouncer coming to the plate. There's the out, and 2 gone. It'll be first and third now for Korea. My goodness, what a swing in this inning. So that put out goes 5-2. Nam reaches on the fielder's choice. Lee is over at third base, but that could loom very large in this game if South Korea, the Republic of Korea, the host nation for this tournament, they don't get anything out of this inning. I think Sung-Roo Lee, when he looks back at that play at first base after this wraps up today, he is going to be really frustrated. 2 outs, runners to the corners. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike from Po Yu Chen. It's 0-1. Jae-Young Jong fouled out to the first baseman Heng Yu Ho, his counterpart at that position, on the first pitch of the second inning. Cleanup hitter for Korea. A 1 on the way to him. And I cannot get over the fact that Korea did not go for that challenge a moment ago. First and second, nobody out. Ji-Chang Kim, who flies up the baseline. On replay, beat that throw by a step. And this ball shot right side. That's through for a base hit. Will get Korea on the board. Jae-Young Jong with an RBI single. That'll put Jimin Nam at second base. And it's a 3-1 Chinese Taipei lead. Now, obviously, you think about the butterfly effect and those types of things. You have no idea, no way to know what happens if Korea challenges that play and ends up bases loaded, nobody out. If things go the way that they could have gone, maybe Jimin Nam is the second out of a double play and that ball off of his bat, but still, just 1 run home in this inning, 2 outs, and Po Yu Chen still trying to wrestle his way out of the third inning. He's got a 2-run lead, but it's a ball and no strikes on Juhong Park. Park struck out looking his first trip to the plate. 1-0 on the way. Big swing and miss. Chen, it is a hot and humid day under these blue skies that we haven't seen for several days. Chen laboring out there. He's at 50 pitches now here in the third. 1-1. Good breaking ball that gets the zone, and the count goes in his favor now. It's 1-2. actually kind of a surprisingly demonstrative Korea lineup disagreeing with the strike calls. I feel like Erwin Zambrano's zone has been really, really good today. The Korea hitters have not liked pretty much, it seems like, a single called strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. Righty home, bouncing ball foul right side. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lengthy 3rd inning for Po Yu-chen as Korea hitters seem to be figuring him out. And he's going to squirrel this one back for the backstop as Chen Shun-Lin, that thing bounced so early that Lin had no prayer of keeping it in front of him. And the wild pitch puts 2 in scoring position now in a big spot for Juwon Park, who's got the tying run 2 stations away. That's a moment of panic for a catcher. Chen Shun-Lin feels that glance off of the upper part of his body and go over his head, and then you've got no idea where it is. But not a ton of foul ground here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark, as opposed to Sajik Baseball Stadium, where Jason Schwartz and I are one of our other broadcasters. We were last night taking in a KBO game between the Samsung Lions and Lotte Giants. A ton of foul ground there. Here, pretty tight confines behind the plate, and a screen that shaves off even a little bit of what is technically foul ground as Park swings and misses. He's gone on strikes for the 2nd time today. That is the 4th strikeout of the day for Po Yu-chen, and the Korea rally comes up with just 1 here in the 3rd. We will head to the top of the 4th inning. It's Chinese Taipei 3 and Korea 1. Three to 1 our score through 3 innings at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark in the Republic of Korea. 3-1 Chinese Taipei's lead, coming courtesy of a 3 spot in the top of the 2nd inning. And the first pitch on the way to the leadoff man here in the 4th. Changhua Yue is there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. They continue to war on in that United States-Australia matchup. Through 5, scoreless, hits even at 4 apiece. Liam McCallum for Australia and Max Rajic for the United States. 2 starting pitchers who have just dealt so far in this game. Each throwing shutouts through 5. Here, 1 starting pitcher is already gone from this game. That's Yundong Hyo. And swinging a miss on 1-1 as Minho Lee, the reliever, goes to work against Changhua Yue, who singled to left center field to drive home a run in his first trip to the plate. 1-2 on the way. Min-ho Lee, you kind of wonder, coming out of the bullpen today, you wonder if he was slated to start tomorrow for Korea. Got a foul ball here on 2-2. Scheduled for tomorrow. Korea squares off against its biggest baseball rival, Japan. That game set for 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. And then Saturday, Korea and the United States. A rematch of the World Championship Final from 2 years ago in Thunder Bay, Ontario in Canada. 2-2 swung on and missed. And Min-ho Lee wins the battle with Jinghua Yue. 1 gone, and here comes Jinghua Flynn. But being able to go to the best high school pitcher in Korea out of the bullpen, it's a pretty good asset for this Korea coaching staff to have. One ball, no strikes on the 9-hole hitter, the right fielder for Chinese Taipei. Swinging a bouncing ball left side. Jono Shin started to play it in and then goes back and gets the out. Too quickly gone. That's the first time since the first inning that Chinese Taipei's first 2 batters have been retired.
Now batting, number 49, first base, Ho Heng-yu.
First pitch swinging. Hang OU with a tapper off of the plate. Yu reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. His second trip to the plate today, grounded out to third base back in the first. A 1. Shot to right center. Well struck, moving over Siwon Park to the alley. He makes the grab, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down goes Chinese Taipei for the first time since the first inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still with a 3-1 lead over Korea.
At the bottom of the 4th inning, now batting number 8, third baseman.
Bottom of the 4th inning, it is a 3-1 lead for Chinese Taipei over Korea as Jun Woo-shin, the third baseman, will lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 for the host nation, the Republic of Korea, sending Jun Woo-shin. Then the shortstop is left side mate Min Park, and the catcher Hyun Woo Gong. The 3 due up here in the bottom of 4. Korea with a run across last inning, but maybe could have had more. At first and second, nobody out. A sacrifice bunt in which a runner was ruled out at first base, who on replay was clearly safe, but Korea elected not to challenge that play. and only got the 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd. So here we are in the 4th, and Jinghua Flynn trying to get things started for his team. Faces a 1-2 count after taking that pitch just a little bit high. Right-hander Po Yu Chen. Pitch number 59 on the way is maybe a little high where that break started. And it puts the count full at 3-2. Chen Shun-Lin wants some guidance from his first base dugout. Signs to Chen, 3-2. Fastball lifted to right. Moving in on it. Good jump from Jinghua Flynn, the right fielder, who puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting number 7, shortstop Park Min.
So 1 gone. Shortstop Min Park, probably the most talented defensive player among high school infielders in Korea this year. Kind of group of 3 tournament volunteers out in the stands in left center field who are dancing right now. There's no music playing. I'm not sure what they're dancing to. 0-2 pitch. Tapped at the plate. Park is likely going to be a high draft pick in the second part of the KBO draft. They've got him in the 7th spot in today's lineup. 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 5 for Po Yu Chen. 2 gone, base is empty. Brings up Hyun-Moo Gong.
Now batting number 12, catcher Kang Hyun-Woo.
Gong 0 for 1, but he's got himself aboard on a first pitch hit by pitch. Turned and maybe offered a little bit extra from that
number 9, center fielder Park Si-won.
shielded left arm, but takes the first pitch breaking ball glancing off of his body, and the 2-out base runner sets up shop at first for Korea to bring up Si-won Park, the center fielder. Park a walk in his first trip to the plate. Oh, 1. Nice breaking ball, but that stayed too high. Good movement to that pitch. Stayed up. Po Yu Chen thought it was a strike. Erwin Zambrano, I feel like, is calling a very good and fair game, and maybe it's a good sign that everybody is sort of felt frustrated by the calls today, being that if they're all feeling that way, that means calls are going the same on either side. He's at a good zone today, Erwin Zambrano. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Po Yu Chen trying to set down Si-won Park and end things here in the 4th. 1-2 is out of the zone, and a check back in behind Hyun-Moo Gong. 2-2 pitch on the way. Park walked last inning, went to second on Ju-Young Lee's single behind him, to third on the sacrifice bunt as ruled from Ji-Chan Kim, but then was retired trying to come home on a bouncer off the bat of Jimin Nam. 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball called, strike 3, and that retires the side. The 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Po Yu Chen. And we go to the 5th. Chinese Taipei out in front of Korea, 3-1.
너도 하면서 그랬어? 아니 그 광고라도 팔지.
고인주 대박 공격. 이번 타자 유격수 챙충첸.
At the top of the 5th inning, number 42 shortstop Cheng Chung-che.
Top of the 5th inning, Chinese Taipei with a 3-1 lead over Korea on day 1 of the Super Round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. My name is Tyler Ma. I'm back at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark in the Republic of Korea, just outside of Busan, the nation's 2nd largest city. Leadoff man for Chinese Taipei here in the top of the 5th, the shortstop Sung Cheng-che. Cheng will be followed by Wei-Chi Lo and Hao Yu Lee, left fielder and second baseman. Two 2-0 pitch on the way to him from Min-Ho Lee, the reliever, therefore a strike at the knees. Two-one down the left field line and slicing away. Sung-Chae Cheng, a walk in the second inning to help briefly extend a 3-run frame for Chinese Taipei in that inning. Also a strikeout victim today that came back in the first. Leadoff man here in the 5th. Min-Ho Lee home on 2-2. Pitch might have been ball 3, but Cheng thought it was too close to take. Two. Bouncing ball left side, that'll scoot through for a base hit. Leadoff single the other direction from Sung-Chae Cheng. Chinese Taipei with a man aboard to get things started here in the 5th.
Now batting number 23, left fielder Lo Wei-Chie.
equipment issue down at first base for Chang, trying to get that shin guard off. Wei-Chi Lo, 2 strikeouts today, looking in the first inning and swinging in the second. He ended both of those innings. He's going to try to give himself up with a sacrifice bunt here. This is something that you just don't really see outside of the team philosophies for Chinese Taipei and Japan and the Republic of Korea. Shot to the left side, that's a base hit. Take it back. 3-hole hitters never bunt. Wei-Chi Lo wasn't bunting either. Slap bunt as he showed it, pulled it back, and then rocketed that ball the other direction and threw for a base hit. So, what started as a bouncing single through the left side, it looked like it was going to be a sacrifice moment for Chinese Taipei. Instead, a blistered liner through that same left side. And Hao Yu Lee, the best hitter in this order, at least in terms of his potential, coming to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. And we got a balk call. Min-Ho Lee with a big miscue. See if we can catch it here. Right there. Started to stand up and get into his delivery, and once you do that, you cannot stop your motion. So Min-Ho Lee putting himself in a real big bind now. Now it's 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. And a huge opportunity for Hao Yu Lee. The United States has taken a 1-0 lead on field 2 over Australia. And Chinese Taipei trying to get some breathing room here in this game. Right-hander home. Big cut and miss there from Lee. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lee wants a little bit of adhesive for his bat handle as he heads over to the first base dugout. Zhu-Hao Lin waiting on deck behind him. The humidity is definitely a thing today. It is a factor, and a swapped out rosin bag should do some good for Min-Ho Lee as well. A ball and a strike on the right-handed hitting second baseman Hao Yu Lee out of the cleanup spot. One in tight, 2-1. Lead away from third for Chang, from second for Lowe, and this ball is squirted through the middle of the field. That'll bring home a pair. In to score from third base, Chang from second base. Lowe, a 2-run single for Hao Yu Lee, his 3rd hit of the day. And Chinese Taipei's lead is 5-1 in the 5th. Just got enough of it in off the handle. And past a drawn-in infield, Hao Yu Lee comes through. Hao Yu Lee coming into the day today had 2 hits in this tournament. He's got 3 this afternoon, all of them singles. He has scored a run. He has now driven in a pair. And he stands at first base with still nobody out in this inning, and the first pitch is a ball to Zhu-Hao Lin. Check on the runner at first, and Lee is back in safely. Lee kicks and deals, and a swing and a high fly ball to center. Siwon Park puts it away. A bluff from Lee at first, nothing doing. That's a big first out in this inning. And it brings up Chen-Shun Lin, the catcher.
Now batting number 26, catcher, Lee Chen-Shun.
Youngjun So, the righty throwing in the third base side bullpen. Bullpens are positioned kind of interestingly here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark. They're right next to the dugouts. Bouncing breaking ball, Lee stays at first. So there is certainly no mistaking. If you are a struggling pitcher, you see your possible replacement warming the second he starts, basically. 1 ball, no strikes on Chen-Shun Lin. On the outside corner to put the count even. Chinese Taipei, the world's 4th ranked international men's baseball program. A team and a program looking to continue their terrific international season as they won the U-12 Baseball World Cup back at the beginning of August. Check on Lee over at first. United States trying to close down a 1-0 victory over Australia. That game is in the top of the 8th inning. From what I have heard, tension's riding pretty high in that matchup as this one skied on the infield. It is the first baseman, John calling, and he'll make the catch. Lin is gone. Max Radjic still working in that game for the United States. He is up over 105 pitches now and on the verge of completing the 8th inning. He's through 7 2/3, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts for Max Radjic, who outduels Liam McCallum. 6 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Australia's starter. First 2 of 3 Super Round games set for today. Canada and Japan will come up tonight at 6 o'clock here on the main field. No balls and a strike on Jono Wong. Righty kicks and deals. Drive in the air down the right field line. That'll slice away. Wong back in there on 0-2. RBI triple, plated 2 runs back in the 2nd inning. He flew out to right field to end the 3rd, trying to extend things here in the 5th with 2 runs already home and a pitch low and away to him. Righty kicks and deals again, and the 1-2 stays high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Min-Ho Lee called on after just 2 innings of work from Young Dong-hyo, the starter. Two on the way. Driven in the air to left field and well hit. But Juwon Park moving back on it is there to put it away, and that retires the side here in the 5th inning. But 2 more come across for Chinese Taipei, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the visitors 5 and Korea 1.
at the bottom of the 5th inning. Now batting number 2, right fielder Lee Ju-hyung.
Back to the top of the order for the Republic of Korea as we move into the bottom half of the 5th inning in a good one. A 5-1 lead for Chinese Taipei, extending that lead. 2 runs in the top of this inning. And Po Yu Chen, the starting pitcher for today's visiting squad, he's been pretty well cruising. He's allowed 4 hits, compared with 9 on the other side put up by his offense. But just 1 run, that came across in the 3rd. Right-hander kicks and deals the 0-1 pitch to the leadoff man, the right fielder, Ju-hyung Lee. Lee, then the second baseman, Ji-Chan Kim, and the designated hitter, Jimin Nam. Two balls and a strike on Lee. And just low on the 2-1 offering, 3-1. Lee with a single and a run scored in the 3rd inning. The only run to cross against Po Yu Chen. 3-1 right there for strike 2. Trio of white flags out on the center field flagpoles. The Republic of Korea, the World Baseball Softball Confederation flag, and the flag of Chinese Taipei. And all of them standing pretty much straight out toward the left field pole as this ball is swatted in the air to center field. And no trouble for Chang Hua-Yue. So Lee is gone. Here's Ji-Chan Kim. Coming up at the end of this half inning, we'll have our extended mid-game break. They will reset the field, redrag the infield, and make up the lines on the infield as well. Do a little cosmetic work to get things set for the second half of this game. 1 out, bases empty, and Ji-Chan Kim scooting toward the front of the box. He's going to try to slap one through a big hole on the left side of the infield. And it's no balls and 1 strike on him. Kim today 0 for 1. Strikeout swinging in the 1st. And a sacrifice bunt that was a real weird situation in the 3rd. Australia has rallied. Chris Burke in the top of the 8th inning, a 2-run homer off of Jason Savakul, the U.S. reliever. Another put out there for UA. And Australia with a 2-1 lead as that game moves along in the 8th.
Number 18,
what a matchup over on field 2. 2 gone, bases empty. And here is Jimin Nam. Nice breaking ball on the first pitch into him. The 81st pitch of the day for the right-hander Po Yu Chen. Nam is 0 for 2 against him. Ji-Chan Kim, that sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd, looked as though he had beaten that ball out at first. Would have given Korea bases loaded, nobody out, but they did not challenge the out call. Nam reached on a fielder's choice, and he's going to weakly bounce this one to Hao-Yu Lee. 3 up, 3 down goes Korea in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Chinese Taipei with a 5-1 lead. Extended post-fifth inning break in the books. We are headed to the sixth. Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark Field number 1, 5-1. The Chinese Taipei lead over Korea through 5 complete, as Po Yu Chen has been terrific in his start for Chinese Taipei. And today's visiting team will send 8, 9, and 1 to the batter's box against the right-hander Min-Ho Lee when this game gets underway here in just a moment. We got to update you on the other Super Round game currently in progress on field number 2. Originally, it showed on our live stats that Australia had gotten a 2-run homer in the top of the 8th inning from Chris Burke to take a 2-1 lead over the United States. That was changed to a double. It was an RBI double that plated Jalen Ray with the game-tying run, but it was not a go-ahead homer. So that game is now tied 1-1. And they are headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. The United States, the home team in that matchup. No balls and a strike on the leadoff man. Jinghua Yue getting things started in center field. And the 8th spot in the order for Chinese Taipei. Leadoff man here in the top half of the 6th inning. Chinese Taipei 5 runs on 9 hits in this game, 1 run on just 4 hits for Korea. 2 off the plate outside. Yue 1 for 2, RBI single in his first trip to the plate. That was in the 2nd inning. He also struck out swinging leading off the 4th. Lee kicks and comes home on 2-2. Rifle down the right field line. That's a foul ball. Two pitch on the way from Lee. High and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Min-Ho Lee came on after Yundong Hyo's start, in which he allowed 3 runs on 5 hits in just 2 innings, and now it's 60 pitches. Lee off of the inside corner, misses with ball 4. And a leadoff base runner for Chinese Taipei for the 4th time in 6 offensive innings today.
Right fielder, Lin Chen-hua.
Lee wanted that strike 3 call, and instead, he's got a leadoff base runner to contend with. Ninth spot in the order for Jinghua Flynn, and a good bunt down first base side. It's picked up by Jae Young Jong, and he will make the tag, and the sacrifice is successful as Yue, potential insurance run, heads to second base.
Now batting number 49, first base, Ho Heng-yu.
We go back to the top of the order, and Heng-yu Ho. Ho 0 for 3 today, reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning, also a ground out to 3rd and a fly out to center. off the plate on 1-0. Heng-Yu Ho entering the day, one of the best hitters in this lineup for Chinese Taipei. 17 years old out of Gubao High School. He was 7 for his first 18 in the tournament coming into today. Now 7 for 20 in total. 2-0 pitch there for a strike. Jason Schwartz, our other broadcaster who's watching that game on field 2 right now, said the call on the field was never a home run for Australia. It was ruled a double immediately, so it's just a mistake in the live stats. This ball will slither through the right side, and reaching on a little 110-foot bouncer single, Heng-Yu Ho puts himself on and moves you away to third base. So first and third now. We've got a issue with Ho as he crossed the first base bag. Yanked that through the right side. That's the second baseman, Kim, and yeah, just made contact with the right foot, looks like of, oh man, Min-Ho Lee stepped on the left foot of Heng-Yu Ho, unintentionally, obviously, just trying to get to the bag and be there to receive the throw, and Heng-Yu Ho looks like he's all right. So he'll get back in there. They're in the top of the 9th now in that game on field number 2, and Australia has a leadoff base runner in a 1-1 ball game against the United States, trying to upset the world's 4-time reigning U-18 Baseball World Cup champions. That would be a big blow to the U.S. With only 3 Super Round games, the United States entered the day as one of 4 1-1 teams on the Super Round standings. Australia the only 2-0 team. Then Japan, Korea, Chinese Taipei, and the United States based on the order in which they come through on the run formula, the TQB equations. And then Canada at 0-2. Canada basically has to win out. Coming at 0-2 in the Super Round standings. That is a tough draw. They go against Japan tonight. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Sung-Chae Chang out of the 2 spot of the order, drives one in the air to right field. It sends Lee back. This is going to be over his head, and this will get down and all the way to the wall. In to score from third is Yue. All the way around from first is Heng-Yu Ho. Sliding in with a 2-run triple is Sung-Chae Chang, and Chinese Taipei has broken it open in the 6th. It's 7-1. A pitch just above the knees that Chang went down and blasted out to right center field. And that may spell the end of the day for Min-Ho Lee. Korea's had action for a while now in the bullpen, and the Pittsburgh Pirates prospect pretty excited. This visit to the mound. Not seen a signal for a pitching change as of yet. Sung-Chae Chang, and we're not going to get a pitching change. Min-Ho Lee will stay in there. Sung-Rul Lee, the manager of this Korea team, a lengthy conversation with his team now down 6 runs.
Now batting number 23, left fielder Roh Wei-jae.
Three in the second for Chinese Taipei, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. And now runner at third base. Another potential insurance run. With the infield drawn in and the first pitch fastball missing to Wei-Chi Lo. Sung-Chae Chang 1 station away after his 2nd hit of the day. Looking for his 2nd run scored on the day as well. He's been on 3 times when you add those to the walk he worked in the 2nd. One-0 high. 2 balls and no strikes. Wei-Chi Lo, a single and a run scored in his last trip to the plate. That came after 2 singles to start his day. Lee kicks and deals. Three balls and no strikes now on Wei-Chi Lo. Right-hander kicks and deals again, and that is off of the back of Lo. That is a painful way to get on a 3-0 count. And Lo spun around. I think he got him between the spine and the right shoulder blade based on where it was coming in. Thankfully, Lo to his feet. So Lo takes his space at first. That hits Hao-Yu Lee, who is very much less than pleased. And a stare down here between Lee and Min-Ho Lee. Hao-Yu Lee furious, and now some words between the Chinese Taipei second baseman and this right-handed pitcher, Min-Ho Lee. And I don't think Min-Ho Lee's trying to hit anybody, but certainly Chinese Taipei now with a big lead at 6 runs. Feeling a little frustrated, and these are their 3 and 4 hitters now getting dinged. And that's a dangerous spot, too, to hit Hao-Yu Lee. So the hit by pitch loads the bases, and Korea will go to the bullpen, summoning a left-hander. We'll tell you about him when we return.
Now pitching for Team Republic of Korea, number 29, Oh Won-seok. Now batting, number 35, designated hitter, Lin Zi-hao.
New arm into the game for Korea as we move along in the top half of the 6th inning. Couple of runs home already for Chinese Taipei. Back-to-back players hit by pitches. Tenson's running a little bit high here in this inning, and Su-Hao Lin will step into the batter's box as the first man to face Won-Sak Oh, who takes over on the mound. And the left-hander's first pitch is there for a called strike to Su-Hao Lin. Had a hit by pitch and a stare down between Hao Yu-Lee, the star second baseman for Chinese Taipei, and the right-handed reliever Min-Ho Lee on the other side for Korea. No swing, says our third base umpire, Stephen Gomes from Canada. Home plate umpire today is Erwin Zambrano from Mexico. Simone Menacucci from Italy is over at first. James Shields from Australia is at second. Four-person crew that has worked a kind of slow-moving game here as this ball is on the ground out to second. Could be two. 4-6-3, inning over. And Won-Sak Oh comes on and does his job, and we will go to the bottom of the sixth. Chinese Taipei tacks on two more, 7-1 the lead.
At the bottom of the sixth inning.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Chinese Taipei with a commanding lead on the first day of the Super Round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. First pitch of the bottom half of this sixth as Po Yu Chen continues to work. He will face 4, 5, and 6. Really settled down since that third inning. Retired 3 out of 4 batters he saw in the fourth. Set down the side in order in the fifth, and he's got a leadoff out as Jae Young Jong grounds out here in the sixth. Gonna be interesting to see what the emotion of this game is like the rest of the way. Chinese Taipei with a couple of hitters hit by pitches. Min-Ho Lee drilling Wei Chi Lo, the left fielder, and Hao Yu-Lee, the second baseman. The 3 and 4 hitters for Chinese Taipei in the sixth, and Hao Yu-Lee staring down Min-Ho Lee and then sharing some words on his very slow walk up the first baseline. That's Jono Wong over at third. Wong will be due up in the top of the seventh. Certainly not the day Korea was hoping for from its pitching staff. 7 runs on 11 hits allowed. The United States has walked it off over on field number 2, a 2-1 win in the bottom of the ninth. 2 players hit by pitches, a single that loaded the bases, and Drew Romo with a single to score the game-winning run of the person to Tyler Soderstrom. So the United States is now 2-1. Australia is 2-1. The updated Super Round standings after first game of the day. Big cut and miss there. And Juwon Park is retired on strikes for the 3rd time today. That is the 7th strikeout.
Now batting number 8, third baseman Shin Jun-woo.
7 Ks today for Po Yu Chen. And with 2 gone, bases empty, it's Jun-Woo Shin, the third baseman, and he takes a pitch in off of the elbow guard. That's a breaking ball. But right now, you kind of look at any hit by pitch with a little bit of a raised eyebrow after that
Number 7,
top half of
shortstop,
this inning.
Min.
And it brings in Min Park. Jin doing the good thing, takes the ball off the elbow guard, immediately tosses the bat aside, jogs up to first. It has been all Chinese Taipei today, and some frustration for this Korea squad. Last inning, now trailing by 6 runs. Same sort of start to this inning as Po Yu Chen threw in the 4th. He got 2 outs, hit a batter, and then retired the side with a looking strikeout of Siwon Park in that inning. Faces Min Park here and puts the count at 1-1. Chen over 90 pitches now. Home on 1-1. Breaking ball away. Outfield swung around the other direction on Min Park, the shortstop. Po Yu Chen trying to finish out the 6th inning in a gem today for Chinese Taipei. Bouncer left side and foul. Park climbs back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Swing and a shot to right center field. They had him played perfectly, and Jinghua Flynn is there to make the grab, and that closes out the 6th inning. A man left aboard for Korea. We will head to the 7th. Been all Chinese Taipei today, 7-1 out in front.
삼촌 완전 인싸네.
아, 내가 무슨 인싸야. 인싸지. 너도 인싸 될 수 있어. 거기서 봐. 그렇지. 네. 멀었구나. 어디 멀었다. 들어가.
우와, 이런 게 돼? 진짜 신기하다. 우와, 이게 AR을 찍은 거야? 오빠 내 말 안 들려? 난 이런 거 안 돼.
이건 안 돼? 너도 5G잖아.
이런 거 다 하려면 요금제 비싸지.
아니, 난 5만 원대로 싹 다. 무제한으로.
5G 서비스부터 요금제까지 차원이 다른 5G는 U 플러스 5G.
나도 안 되겠는데.
Going to the top of the 7th inning, a commanding 6-run lead for Chinese Taipei over Korea on day number 1 of the Super Round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. For Chinese Taipei in this top half of the 7th, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Chen Shunlin, the catcher, Jono Wong, the third baseman, and the center fielder, Jinghua Flynn. Leadoff man Lin, 0 for 3 today. He's popped out a couple of times on the infield. One to the catcher Gong, and one to the first baseman Gijang-Hyundai down the line a little bit. (2-0). Lifted in the air toward right center and coming on in a hurry. Gijang Lee makes the catch. Leadoff man gone here in the top half of the 7th.
Now batting number 13, third baseman Wang Shunho.
That brings up Jono Wong, who really got Chinese Taipei started today. He had a 2-run triple back in the 2nd inning, a fly out to right field in the 3rd, a fly out to left field in the 5th. Those two ended each of those innings. 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors for Chinese Taipei officially right now. 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error for Korea. Way upstairs. 2-0 pitch. Misses to make it 3 balls and no strikes. And nowhere near the zone on the 3-0. Ball 4 puts Jono Wong on. It's the 4th walk issued by Korea pitchers so far.
Center fielder Jinghua.
Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch fouled away by Jinghua Yue. Yue 1 for 2, RBI single back in the 2nd inning, a strikeout leading off the 4th, a walk leading off the 6th. He scored a run in that inning. 3 runs home in the 2nd inning for Chinese Taipei, 2 in the top of the 5th, 2 in the top of the 6th, and here we are in the 7th. No balls and 2 strikes. Won-Sak-Oh coming into this game in place of Min-Oh Lee. The final line on Lee: 3 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1. On the other side for Chinese Taipei, it's been all Po Yu-Chen on the mound. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout, or check that, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He has been stellar today and presumably is going to be done. .95 pitches for Chen. Runner off on first movement. They got him hung up between first and second and caught stealing. Jono Wong is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. That goes 1-3-4 on the putout with Wong gone, and Jinghua Yue now batting with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Lefty O kicks and deals, and high with a fastball. Two-two pitch. Foul tipped into the glove, but Gunwoo Gong unable to hang on to it. So Yue stays alive. Left-hander comes set. 2-2 on the way. Back into the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Oh, home again. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Chinese Taipei fans, they've had fun today. Got the lead early in the top of the 2nd. They have added on to it pretty much ever since, with the exception of that 1 run back for Korea in the bottom of the 3rd. 3-2. Do it again. Lefty ready once more. Full count offering is clubbed to center. Siwon Park right in his tracks hauls it in. And Chinese Taipei sends the minimum in the 7th. First time they have done that since the 4th inning, 3rd time today, but in between they have sprinkled in 7 runs. They got a 7-1 lead going to the bottom of 7.
김은 선수가 체크했습니다. 투수 펜넨 후이.
Now pitching for Team Chinese Taipei, number 19, Pan Wen-hui.
New arm into the game for Chinese Taipei as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Final line in this game for Chinese Taipei starter Po Yu-chen. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Fantastic day, and he gives way to his bullpen as Wen Hui Pan will take over on the mound. And the first man out of that Chinese Taipei relief corps in the super round, and with 4 games in 4 days, ideally facing these teams for the super round and the 2 games on Sunday for the bronze medal in the World Championship. Got to be judicious with how you structure your relievers. So the first man to get the call for Chinese Taipei manager Tsung-Chi Chow, Wen Hui Pan. Pan in the early going in this tournament. That pitch is into the dirt. He's already pitched in a couple of games. Not real great results. 2 1/3, 4 runs on 3 hits. 5 strikeouts against no walks. You like that, but with a cushion here. 6-run lead, facing 8, 9, and 1 to start the bottom of the 7th. And a big cut and miss from Hyun-Woo Gong, who is retired for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now
Tied him up inside and blew the fastball by him. Now here is Siwon Park. Pitch right there for a strike to him. Park a walk in the 3rd inning. That's his only time on base today. Been kind of lonely down to the bottom of the order. He's only been to the plate twice against Po Yu-chen, who was fantastic in this start today for Chinese Taipei. 7-1 the score. Again, the United States walked off the 2-1 victory in the first game of the day today in the super round. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And comes home on 1-2. Call strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for the right-hander.
Now batting number 2, right fielder Lee Ju-hyun.
So 2 outs, bases empty. We go back to the top of the order, and Ju-Young Lee. Fastball. There's some good velocity to these pitches from the right-hander Wen Hui Pan. That is 147 kilometers per hour. It's 91 miles per hour, and we can hear that sizzling into the glove on our field level microphones. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swinging a shot to center field. Coming on is Jinghua Yue, reaching out of the last second, and he pulled it in off of the tips of the grass for the final out. We'll see if Korea wants to take a look at this or not. Doesn't appear so, and maybe for good reason. What a catch by Jinghua Yue. We head to the top of the 8th. Chinese Taipei with a 7-1 lead.
아니 근데 있지도 않아. 나한테 전화 지랄이야 개새끼야. 용선한테 전화 오잖아.
Top of the 8th inning, Chinese Taipei trying to add on to a 6-run lead, 7-1 out in front of the Republic of Korea in the first day of Super Round action, the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. 9-hole hitter leading things off is Jinghua Flynn, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a sacrifice bunt today, trying to bunt for a base hit, and he may have done so. Lays down a good one. What a fantastic job by Hyun-Woo Gong, pouncing out on that ball from his crouch behind the plate. And even though that thing was very well deadened by Jinghua Flynn, it stayed a little bit too close to the catcher. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. A 6-run lead for Chinese Taipei. 3 runs in the first inning, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. First pitch way up and in on Heng Yu Ho. That's just a breaking ball that slipped out of the hand of Wonsak Oh. No intent behind that, but Chinese Taipei hitters a little bit on edge after seeing Wei Chi Lo and Hao Yu Lee both hit by pitches back in the 6th inning, and Hao Yu Lee taking strong exception to his plunking. 1-0, tapped back to the mound. 2 gone.
Now batting number 42.
So 2 outs, bases clear for Sung Cheng Che. Che, a terrific day today. 2-run triple in his last trip to the plate back in the 6th inning. Also singled and scored a run in the 5th, walked in the 2nd. He struck out on his first trip to the plate in the 1st. Young Dong Hyo, the starter for this Korea team, Samsung Lions draft selection, Korea Baseball Organization, went 1-2-3 to start his day and then barely made it out of the 2nd. Gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. He was done after that inning. 2-0 on the infield in the air. Middle infielders calling. It'll be Ji-Chan Kim to make the catch right in the heel of the glove. And a pretty quick and orderly 8th inning as Chinese Taipei has sent the minimum over its last 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Chinese Taipei with a 7-1 lead over Korea. What's up, buddy?
대변 선수가 체겠습니다. 세컨드 베이스맨 린지취.
Bottom of the 8th inning, been all Chinese Taipei today with a 7-1 lead over Korea. In the first game of 2 today on the main playing surface of the U-18 Baseball World Cup here in Gijang-Hyundai, the Republic of Korea. Took on a lot of rain over the last few days, but the sun has been out all day today, blue skies overhead, and the natural turf playing surface, the only one of the 4 fields here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark. It's dried out, it's gorgeous, playable today. Bunt down, first base side, that's gonna trickle foul. Ji-Chan Kim, the leadoff man for Korea, trying to get his team started out of the 2 spot in the order. It will be him and then Jimin Nam, the designated hitter. Jae Young-jong, the first baseman, will bat 3rd this inning. For Korea, certainly would not have drawn it up this way. Starting pitcher only goes 2 innings. Your best pitcher out of the bullpen only lasts 3 1/3 and gives up 4 more runs. Those were Young Dong-kyo, the starter, and Min-ho Lee, the reliever. And for Chinese Taipei, exactly like you draw it up. Po-Yu Chen, fantastic today. 6 innings, a run on 4 hits, a walk and 7 strikeouts, and stands in line to earn the win. Should be his 2nd of the tournament. Right-hander home on 1-2. Lifted in the air to left center, but Jinghua Yue really well positioned, not deep and nowhere near straightaway center field, and he's there to make the grab to retire Kim. 4 straight into the box against Wen Hui Pan have been retired since he entered this game last inning. And now it's Jimin Nam's turn, the designated hitter. 0 for 3 today, reached once on a fielder's choice. Actually, we'll get a pinch hitter here in his stead as Wan Ho Hyun will take the at-bat.
Now batting, pinch hitter Hyun Won-hae.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Korea has been held to 4 hits. They do not have a single one since the 3rd. Oh, 1 pitch on the way to Hyun. Count even on him. One, lifted in the air out to right field. Jinghua Flynn started back. In a couple of steps to put it away. 2 gone, and for Sung-Rul Lee, staring down the barrel of a 1-2 super round record now. Chinese Taipei, if able to finish off this win today, would improve to 2-1 on the super round table, and that would match this team with the United States and Australia. The U.S. would own the head-to-head wins over both of those teams. First pitch A called strike on a fastball. Gijang-Hyundai out of the cleanup spot in this lineup today, 1 for 3 with a single. That came back in the 3rd inning, and it drove in the only run of this game for his team. Great stab by Jono Wong down at 3rd, throw to first in time. Highlight reel play ends the 8th. And somebody took out our first base umpire, Simone Menacucci. Not sure what happened over there. Everybody's sharing a laugh, and hopefully he's all right. We'll get another look at it. What a play by Jono Wong down the 3rd base line. And Menacucci might have just gone down on his own, as you can see the confusion on the look of Fang Yu Ho's face. And we will head to the 9th. It's been all Chinese Taipei, 7-1 lead out in front of Korea. On to the 9th we go at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark, a scoreless bottom of the 8th inning. These are two teams that have not done a lot at the plate over the last couple of innings. Chinese Taipei sent the minimum in the 7th when retired 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Korea has seen 7 straight hitters retired. They have gone in order in 3 of their last 4 innings. And as we move into the 9th, Chinese Taipei will send 3, 4, and 5. Wei-Chi Lo, the left fielder, leading things off. Then Ao Yu Lee and Su-Hao Lin. I'm still not entirely sure what happened to first base umpire Simone Menacucci. He's fine. He's up and part of his regular rotation. Couldn't tell, we didn't get a look at it on replay, but he went down beyond the first base bag. I'm not sure if there was a collision with Jae-Young Jong. It almost looked like maybe he just tripped before the throw got to the first base bag, just based on the reaction of Fang Yu Ho, the Chinese Taipei first baseman, who looked back and kind of paused trying to get the out call and had a surprised expression on his face. But good to see Mr. Menacucci up into his feet, back behind the infield on the first base side in the corner with the bases empty. The rotations of umpires are fascinating. 4-man crews especially, where they are when nobody's on base, where they are with a runner at first or runner at second or runners at first and second or bases loaded or whatever it is. The intricacies of how those wheels turn and the different cogs in them, really fascinating. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wei-Chi Lo. Actually, beg your pardon, we got a pinch hitter in this spot as Cha-Yen Tsai is into the 3 spot in the order. So with a big time lead, Chinese Taipei starting to get some guys in off the bench. Tsai in the air to left. Catch made out there by Juwon Park. Korea sending a pinch hitter last inning as well. Won Hyun. Now here's Ao Yu Lee. Actually, pinch hitter in his spot as well. This may have been a defensive replacement last inning, as Chun Lin takes the first pitch strike. 6-run lead. Nice spot for Chinese Taipei to be able to get some guys just a little bit of action and keep your legs and body in game mode on a day in which you've been on the bench with the humidity and the heat today. Lin takes another strike. Gijang Lin, this is only his third at bat of the tournament. But it is his 7th plate appearance. He's got 3 walks and a hit by pitch. Only 2 at bats so far. 0 for 2. Powers that one foul. A ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting infielder into the cleanup spot in the lineup for Chinese Taipei. 1-2. Got him on a called strike 3 at the knees. Well spotted with that pitch. Won-Sak-Oh. That is his first strikeout in 3 stellar relief innings so far. And trying to get Korea back to the bat rack in the bottom of the 9th inning. Facing a big deficit here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Park. First pitch on the way to Su-Hao Lin out of the 5 spot. Lin today, single and a run scored back in the 2nd inning, also walked, flew out to center field, grounded into a double play. The double play ended the 6th. That's really the last time the Chinese Taipei threatened at all. They brought home 2 runs in that inning. They've only had 1 base runner since. That was a 1-out walk for Jono Wong in the 7th inning. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Actually, check that. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. Look down at your scorebook. You missed the swing and miss. Oh, home on 1-1. Ball torched to center, but right at Siwon Park. Nice job coming on to make the grab, and the line out wraps things up here in the top of the 9th. We will head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Chinese Taipei trying to close out a super round day 1 victory over Korea with a 7-1 lead going to the bottom of 9. Ticketed for the bottom of the 9th inning in the first game of 2 today from Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark's main field on the opening day of the Super Round of the 2019 WBSC U-18 Baseball World Cup. 7-1 Chinese Taipei out in front of Korea. Today's visiting team has led this game since the top of the 2nd, got 3 runs there, gave 1 back in the bottom of the 3rd, but 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, or check that, 2 in the 6th. And this game scoreless since the start of the 7th. Sees Chinese Taipei with a 6-run lead, but Korea may have just started this bottom of the 9th inning with a jolt out to right and gone. Juwon Park, a solo homer to lead off the 9th. Park with a blast, and he knew it as that came off the bat, and it's 7-2 Chinese Taipei.
batting, number 8.
Barreled up a thigh-high fastball. Nice bat drop on the other side of the swing. And a leadoff homer sparking the start to the 9th for Korea. Junwoo Shin, the third baseman, he's been aboard twice today, doubled back in the 2nd inning. Also hit by a pitch in the 6th. Leadoff fly out to right field in the 4th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander Pan, that's the first hit that he is allowed since coming on in relief of Po Yu Chen after the 6th inning. And now a hitter's count here for Junwoo Shin. Called strike over the outside corner. That puts the count even. It's Korea dugout coming alive here in the last of the 9th. 2-2. That's a ball. Full count now. For Korea, you need base runners, and you need a lot of them. You got to start somewhere. Leadoff solo homer. And a 3-2 count now on Junwoo Shin. Park, that thing was crushed out to right center. And may have been aided just a little bit by the wind, but the wind is blowing toward left, so if anything, it might have been harmed somewhat with the wind cutting across that flight path. 3-2 outside, ball 4. Runner on right behind the homer. And maybe when Hui Pan running out of steam here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pan knew it, I think, as soon as that ball came off the bat of Park. That is a dugout that hasn't had a ton to celebrate today, so that feels pretty good. And now, a base runner on behind it. And the first pitch in for a strike to Min Park, the shortstop. Park 1 for 3. Single and a strikeout today. Hyunwoo Gong, the catcher, would be behind him. And then Siwon Park, the center fielder. 0-1 breaking pitch misses. Junwoo Shin, don't want to do anything silly if you're a base runner right now. Such a big deficit facing this team. I don't think there's going to be any movement from Shin over at first, but still trying to keep him close. 1-1, called strike at the upper part of the zone, 1-2. Time called over on the first base bag. Not sure what the issue was over there, but now back ready to go. Pan a long stare in for the sign from Chen Chun Lin. Now set. Just keep in mind there are some new faces out there in the field. Chui Chun Lin is at second base. Swing on a fly ball foul. 2-strike count on Min Park remains. Wen Wei Pan has not worked this deep into a game in this tournament as of yet. Had just 2 1/3 innings. His long run there for Heng Yu Ho can't make the play out of his reach. Had just 2 1/3 innings under his belt total coming into this afternoon, and right now trying to get his first out, which would give him 2 1/3 today. 1-2. Breaking ball stays up. As a pitch as a hitter that you are very happy was not called a strike. As Min Park squatting out of the way of what he thought was going to be a pitch into his shoulder, and good movement brought it back toward the plate. Not enough for a strike. So keeping an eye on Junwoo Shin over at first. 2-2. Maybe playable for the backstop Lin, and Chen Shun Lin on a weird little cue shot up the elevator shaft makes the grab. And the first out recorded here in the 9th, a kind of a strange little pop-up. We'll get another pinch hitter here as Jungwoo Lee steps into the spot, the 8th hole in the order, now vacated by Hyunwoo Gong.
Now batting, pinch hitter Lee Jung-woo.
So Lee, who was still in search of his first hit in the tournament, 0 for 9. Trying to keep this inning moving along for the Republic of Korea. Tied up on that first offering. And home on 0-1. This ball lifted to right. Jinghua Flynn there to snare it. Home run, walk, and now back-to-back retired, and Korea is down to its final out in the 9th. Jinghua Park, the 9-hole hitting center fielder. Aiming to keep this game alive for his team. A walk and 2 strikeouts today. And he doesn't get a piece, it's 0-1. Fastball just blown by the left-handed bat of Park. Wen Wei Pan, I believe, would be credited with a save in this game if he is able to finish off this final out with 3 innings of relief. As it stands right now, Po Yu Chen would get the win. Yun Dong Hyo would take the loss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And away on 1-1, with the count in the hitter's favor. Park ready, 2-1 pitch. Foul tipped that into the glove of Chen Shun Lin. That was kind of a half-hearted swing. Just got a piece of that ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wen Wei Pan trying to finish off this win for Chinese Taipei. 2-2. That ball is crushed to center but it's going to chase Jinghua way back to the warning track to make the grab, and that puts Chinese Taipei in the win column. Our final score, Chinese Taipei 7 and Korea 2. Big early offensive day for Chinese Taipei, tacking things on in the middle innings and moving on from Thursday with a 2-1 record in Super Round play. Still more to come from here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark today, as we got one more Super Round match to bring to you. Canada and Japan will square off this evening at 6 o'clock. My name is Tyler Mott. We'll talk to you then from the Republic of Korea.
The rest of Team Chinese Taipei. Now winning number 17.
가볍게 큰 거 필요 없다. 큰 거 필요 없어.
Now batting number 17, left fielder Park Joo-hong. Korea is ended. The next